Okay, Susan Cromer is a graduate of my course on self-transformation through personal magnetism. She is here today. I'm going to interview her. Unfortunately, I lost my voice a little bit today, but I'm sure you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Very good. All right, so you graduated from my course recently,
Yes, I
right?
did.
Now, I would like you to maybe mention how you felt when you started, what made you want to start, and how you feel now afterwards. You don't have to lie, you don't have to impress anybody, just tell it like it is, because that's the kind of person I am. That's why my stuff works, because it's like it is.
Absolutely. I started because I was going through a lot of life changes, and I found out about you because I had heard about something called Emotional Freedom Technique (EFT), and you were on the website as a practitioner, and I saw then your
Is that the Gary Craig website?
exactly
Okay.
Emo Free, and I saw your book when I looked on the your clicked on you as a practitioner, and saw that you lived close to me. So I just called to see if I could pick up the book rather than have you mail it, since
Oh,
I
I
lived.
remember now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
lived
yeah, yeah.
lived a couple blocks away, so it seems silly to have you mail it to me.
You're
So I
talking
came.
about my book,
Yes, your
Developing
book.
Confidence.
Exactly.
Mm,
So
yes, I remember.
so I came by to get it, and then we talked about you actually teaching me the course, and that's how it started. But from that, I really had no idea what to expect, but pushed to try to finish it as quickly as possible, which I think I did really well. And the transformation was total and incredible. It's just a huge difference.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit of some of the details so that the viewers can understand a little bit more. Some of the little details of the things in the course that brought about this change.
Well, the work with the voice, you're a vocal coach, and you, I guess through that, have developed the vocal part of it, which isn't singing, but that really helped me project in ways that I didn't even realize were happening. That's what's so intriguing about it, is that the all of the things the daily things that you have us do end up working, and you don't really understand necessarily why you're doing it.
I'm glad you said that because I often try to explain to myself why using this vocal technique in the transformation, why it works. And it's difficult to explain, to put your finger on it.
Yes.
So I'm glad you're saying that.
Yes, but it's remarkable. I mean, it just translates into everything then that you do. I mean, the somehow it develops confidence, and as well as the other things that you do in the course. So I just am able to enter a room now with, if it's a crowded restaurant, whatever, and feels completely unself-conscious, where I think most people feel, unless they've done your course, feel like, oh gosh, maybe somebody's looking at me, or I wonder if this and that and whatever, and it's totally gone.
Right,
So
right. That's a very important detail because people get in front of a crowd and their consciousness is so much on themselves that they can't be in totally present time seeing what's going around.
Yeah, and then they aren't themselves. You're somebody else.
They lose control.
Yes, you just
and then the panic comes
I-
into people.
I think it's happened to probably everybody, at some point in their life. I mean, most people, unless you've somehow developed this ability not to do that. So I think it's great. I know that I feel very, very confident. I'm doing things now that I would not have been able to do before.
Such as this thing you mentioned about your new purpose in life.
Yes,
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, my purpose in life, which you helped me decide what it is, or find out what it is, discover. Well, I was a teacher, and So I think teaching and sharing has always been a part of my life. I always liked helping people. So through this, I've realized that my purpose is to help people to be the best they can be, and to, I think the whole situation of what's going on in the world now is very difficult. It really beats people down. It's hard to be cheery or to, everybody's worried. They're really worried. So I want to share with them what I've learned through you, as well as other things, and help them to deal with what's going on, and be the best that they can be, and find out what they need to be doing to be happy.
Very good. You mentioned that you're working on some kind of a, excuse me, some kind of a little course. I lost my voice. With the last student I had, I worked my voice too much. You mentioned that you're working on, maybe gave me idea of some kind of a project that you're working on, but you're not quite sure. But that project is within your purpose in life, which is to help people self-improvement, this sort of thing.
Yes.
Can you just mention a little bit?
Yes. The first thing, it's sort of a series, which will lead to my finale, which is going to be fabulous. But can't wait for the finale myself. The first thing I'm going to do is create a series of videos to show people EFT and how they can apply it to their life. Just general things that most people deal with daily or weekly, to help that way, and to familiarize people with EFT, because I think it's a great tool to help just get through whatever, business, personal. I've used it on my children. It's very, very easy. You just need to learn the basics, and then you adapt it to yourself. It's
It's
not
a miracle.
It is, and it's not
EFT. We tend to say EFT, and people don't know
right.
EFT, and which means Emotional Freedom Techniques, which I use in the transformation course. Yeah, to me, it's a miracle.
It really is, and people around the world are using it and saying the same thing. It just works for everything. I mean, you just need to try it. Great thing is you can do it yourself once somebody shows you, and it's not like you're going to blow up if you you don't mess it up. It's not, oh my God, you did this wrong, and you're that's it. Your life's over.
Yeah, it's a very forgiving process. It doesn't hurt anything if you overdo it.
Exactly. You can't hurt. You can't hurt. You're probably more than likely going to help, and you adjust it for yourself. I've talked to a lot of people. I've read a lot, and everybody's doing different things and finding what works for them, and that's great, because I think that's the key to so much, is that we don't need gurus. We don't need somebody to tell us every day, this is what you have to do. We need to find within ourselves what works for us, and we have the power. But there's different techniques for you to find out, what is your power, and what works for me. What works for me may not work for you, may not work for Sam over there. You got to find out what is it that works for you. So that's what I'm going to do, is try to get the word out to people that don't have time to explore themselves. It takes a lot of time, or you're just being in the right place and say, oh gosh, I didn't know about that. To show them the different things that are available, and try it and see if this, maybe EFT, well, I think EFT works for just about anybody, but maybe this doesn't work, or it's just like somebody likes a book and they don't like another book, or I like to eat at this restaurant and you don't. So
Right. And it's a wonderful thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
My work, I love it, because it's something, well, I come from a different planet, so I don't believe in any of this earth stuff that's going around, like the bad economy and all of this. I'm really happy to see that all the graduates of this course, they don't depend on the economy. They're out there pushing themselves.
Right. I think we make our own reality.
Right.
And that's what people, it's important for them to realize that, if you want to be doom and gloom, then that's what your life's going to be. And if you want to be happy, then there's ways to be happy.
It's really great. I'm really happy for you that you got these wins. I'm happy for myself to see that the stuff is working. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, my dear.
Thank you.